watch each other's back and stuff like that. I know several people who arrived at the scene kind of at that moment because they came from the main camp and did nothing more than link arms and sit in the road, and that's all they did. And they were many of them were charged with felonies called conspiracy to cause harm by the use of fire, which is kind of an arson charge. And they did nothing more than just show up and link arms and sit on the ground. I saw people sitting in the ditches of the roadways who were arrested. They were technically not in the road, and they were not on private property. They were sitting in the ditches. They were scooped at, arrested, and charged with felonies as well, given $1,500 bonds. So they overcharge people with blanket charges across the board, regardless of what they were doing, which goes against the idea of not charging people unless you have evidence, right? So if there's a police officer who shoots somebody, typically what we hear from the DA is that we can't charge somebody with something just unless we have enough evidence beforehand to think we'll actually win in court, because we have to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. If there's any evidence, and I know there is, of any of these people who were charged with these felonies through surveillance, they know that they didn't do anything. They know they didn't shoot, they know they didn't start fires, they know they weren't engaged in conspiracy. They'll see that they simply walked up, linked arms, and sat down and were charged with that felony blanket charge, right? So the Morton County Sheriff has that pattern of overcharging people. And it didn't just happen on that day, it happened even before then, where you had people who